Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got game 2 of the 1910 World Series between Chicago Cubs and Philadelphia A's. And we're in Philadelphia. Let's take a look at game number 2 starting lineups. We got leading off for the visiting Chicago Cubs, Jimmy Sheckard playing left field. Batting second, playing right field, Frank Schultz. Batting third, playing center field, Solly Huffman. Batting fourth, playing first base, Frank Chance. Batting fifth, playing second base is Hani Zimmer. Batting fifth, playing third base is Harry Steinfeld. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, Joe Tinker. Batting eighth on the catching is Johnny Kling. And batting ninth on the mound for game number 2 for the Cubs is Mordecai Brown. And for the hometown Philadelphia A's, leading off playing center field, Amos Struck. Batting second, playing left field is Bryce Lord. Batting third, playing second base, Eddie Collins. Batting fourth, playing third base, Frank Baker. Batting fifth, playing first base, Harry Davis. Batting sixth, playing right field, Danny Murphy. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, Jack Barry. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Ira Thomas. Batting ninth and doing the pitching, Jack Combs. Let's get down here to the stadium and get this game underway, folks. And Ken Castro joins us here this afternoon for game number 2. And Cubs lead this series 1-0. And we got leading off for the Cubbies, Jimmy Sheckard, batting 167. And he'll be facing Jack Combs for the first time in this series. So we take a trip around the park. And here's the 0-2 pitch to Jimmy. And that's swung on and missed for strikeout number 1 for Jack Combs. 1 up and 1 down brings up Frank Schultz. Schultz is having a heck of a series, batting .600. He's 3 for 5. And here's the 1-2 pitch to Frank. And that's back-to-back strikeouts. It looks like Jack's on his game today. Brings up Solly Huffman. Can he strike out the side? Huffman batting .333 with 2 RBIs in this World Series. Here's the pitch and that's going to be a ground ball, so he's not going to get the 3 strikeouts, but it's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Cubs nothing. Phillies coming up. Struck, Lord, and Collins. Amos is 0 for 5 in this World Series, going up against Mordecai Brown. It's Mordecai's first appearance in the series. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Amos. And that ball is hit in the right field. And that ball is going to be caught for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here for the A's. Brings up Lord. Lord's 0 for 1. He got pitched hit for, if you remember, early in game number 1. And here's the pitch from Mordecai Brown to Lord. And that's going to be belted in the right field. That's going to drop in, go to a wall. That should be a 1-out double for Lord. So he's standing down at second with 1 out. And that'll bring up Eddie Collins. Collins is batting 167, 1 for 6 in the series. Runner down at second in scoring position for Collins. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's a big strikeout for Brown. Now there's 2 downs and a runner still down at second for Frank Home Run Baker. See if he can deliver here. Baker batting 167. He's 1 for 6. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Baker. That ball is hit down the short. Tinker over to Chance for out number 3. And the A's strand 1. We go to the top of the second with no score here. We got Chance, Zimmer, and Steinfeld due up here against Combs. Frank Chance is 1 for 4, batting .250 here in the series. Here's the full count to him. And he looks at ball 4. That's a leadoff walk. Chance down at first. And that brings up Hani Zimmer. Zimmer's batting .200. He's 1 for 5. Chance down at first. Here's the 2-2 pitch And that's going to be hit in the right field. And that's going to be against the wall. That may score one and break this 0-0 tie. And the runner stops at third with 2 outs. Take a look at that again and replay. Nice job by Zimmerman going the other way. Sneaks it right past the first base line in the right field. And like I say, the runner holds up at third. So we got Chance down at third, Zimmer at second. Still nobody out for Harry Steinfeld. Steinfeld's 0 for 5 in the series. Here's the full count to him. He hits that ball down the third, and his only play will be over the first, but he looks to runner back the third. One big out here. And the Cubbies are playing back. The Phillies are playing back for the double, for the out. And that'll bring up Joe Tinker. Tinker's 0 for 5 in this series. And that ball is hit down in the left field, and that's going to split the gap, and that's going to score 2, folks. And the Cubbies are going to take a 2-0 lead. And is Tinker going to make it to third is the question. Here's the throw, and he's in there with a 2 RBI triple. And still got a runner in scoring position now for Johnny Kling. Kling's 0 for 5 in the series. Tinker 90 feet away. The A still playing back for the out. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And that ball is lifted in the right field. And that ball's carrying, folks. Kiss that one goodbye. That's a 429-foot home run. And it's quickly 4-0 Chicago as Johnny Kling goes deep here in the second inning of the game number 2. Take a look at this home run. The fans here in Philly are getting a little restless. It's such a great pitching duel in game number 1. $429-foot home run by Kling. Doubles their run production. It's now 4-0. Still only 1 out, and Mordecai Brown up for the first time in this series. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Brown. And that's a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3, I think. Yep, strikeout number 3 for Combs. Brings up Jimmy Sheckard. He's 0 for 1 today. That's a ground ball down the first. That's going to make it into the outfield. That's going to be a double for Jimmy Sheckard. And Jack's getting beat around here in this second inning. You got a runner down at second for Frank Schultz. Schultz having a heck of a series. He's 0 for 1 though today. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Schultz. That's hit down the second. That should end the inning, but not until the Cubbies score 4. Two of them on a Johnny Kling homer. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 4-0 Cubbies. You got Davis, Murphy, and Barry due up here against Mordecai Brown. Here's the first pitch. That ball is hit in the left field. Should be a can of corn out there. And it is, as Jimmy Sheckard makes the catch for out number 1. Here comes Danny Murphy. Murphy is batting .333. He's got an RBI in this series. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It was a big RBI double in the bottom of the 9th to tie the game up, and that's going to be a base hit for Murphy in the right field. So the Cubbies got a runner on now for Jack Barry, and Barry's 0 for 4. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Barry, and that ball is lifted in the left field. That should be out number 2, and it is. Joe Tinker out in the shallow left field makes the catch, and Thomas is up now. Thomas is 0 for 5, 2 outs. Murphy down at first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's a swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. The A strand 1. We go to the top of the third. We got Huffman, Chance, and Zimmerman due up here. Sully's 0 for 1 today. And here's the first pitch to Huffman. And he's swinging away. He hits that ball in the right field for out number 1. Nice play by Murphy. And that brings up Frank Chance. Chance walked his first time up. Started to scoring. in that second inning. It's going to be a ground ball through the hole between third and short in the left field. Chances aboard again here with 1 out. And that brings up Zimmer. Zimmerman is 1 for 1 today. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Heine. And the chance is off and running, and they got him out by a country mile, folks. That'll be 2 outs now, and nobody on for Zimmerman. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Heine. And that's a swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Cubs with a 4-0 lead. Combs is up for the first time in this World Series, and then we'll go back to the top of the order and Amos and Lord. Jack Combs, see if he can get something started here. 1-1 pitch to Jack. That's going to be a fly ball in the right field, and it's carrying, but there's room out there for Schultze. He makes the catch for out number 1. Amos is up. He's 0 for 1 today. Looking for his first hit in this series. He's 0 for 6, and that's a swing and a miss. 2 quick outs here for the Cubs. And brings up Lord. Lord had a base hit his first time up. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Lord. That's going to be fisted in the right field, and that's going to get in between them. And Lord's got his second double of the game, folks. Lord standing down at second with 2 outs for Eddie Collins. Collins 0 for 1. Can he have a key 2-out base hit here? Here's the 2-1 pitch to Collins, and that's going to be hit in the left field, and that's going to be off the wall. No, nice catch out there. Let's take a look at that. Thought for sure that was rolling to the wall. Was hit on a bullet, man. Nice diving catch. Robs him of a double and a run. And it keeps it a 4-0 ball game. And we got Steinfeld, Tinker, and Kling up. And Steinfeld's 0 for 1 today. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Harry. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Out number 1 here in the top of the fourth. Brings up Joe Tinker. Tinker with a 2 RBI triple his first time up. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Tinker. That's going to be a slow roller back to the mound. Should be out number 2. 2 up and 2 down. And here's Johnny Kling. Kling hit a 2-run homer his first time up. And here's the 2-2 pitch to Kling. And that's going to be a belted in the center field. Should be out number 3. And that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 goes to Cubbies. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Baker, Davis, Murphy due up. And Frank is 0 for 1 today. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Baker. And that ball is hit in the right field. That's carrying, folks. That's going to make it to the wall. Frank Baker with at least a leadoff double. He's going to put Baker, yeah, he does slam on the brakes, makes it back to second. So leadoff double brings up Davis. Davis is 0 for 1 today. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Davis, and that's a big swing and a miss. Nice job by Brown. Gets out number 1. Brings up Danny Murphy. He's got a hit today. See if Murphy can drive in a run. Here's the 0-1 pitch. I don't get the runner down the third. Now there's 2 outs. Runner down in third for Mr. Barry. Barry's 0 for 1 today. Can Jack deliver here and get the the A's on the board? Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball's hit down the third. Should be an out number 3. And it is. That'll end the inning. A's strand 1. We go to the top of the 5th. It's still a 4-run lead for the Cubs. You got Brown due up. Back to the order of flip over, and Sheckard and Schultz will be coming up. And Brown's 0 for 1 today. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Mordecai. And he swings and misses for out number 1. And that's Jack's 6th strikeout of the game. Brings up Jimmy Sheckard. He's 1 for 2 today. And the 1-2 pitch to Sheckard. And that's back-to-back strikeouts. Combs all of a sudden finding his groove here in the 5th. Can he strike out the side? Frank Schultz is 0 for 2 today. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Frank. That ball is hit in the center field. That should be out number 3. And that'll end the inning. Cubbies go down in order. And we go to the bottom of the fifth. Combs has settled down since that 4-run second. It'll be Thomas, Combs, and back to the top of the order, and Amos. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Thomas. And that is hit in the foul territory. Chance makes the catch for out number 1. Jack Combs is up now. He's 0 for 1 today. Can he help his own cause here? Here's a 1-2 pitch to Jack, and he looks at strike 3. 2 quick outs and back up to Amos. Amos is looking for his first hit today and first hit in the series. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that should end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes the A's. We go to the top of the sixth. You got Huffman, Chance, and Zimmerman due up here against Jack Combs. And Huffman's 0 for 2. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Sully. And he takes it for ball number 4, a leadoff walk. Ace can't afford to give up any more runs here. Frank Chance is up. He's 1 for 1 today. Here's the 2-0 pitch to him. And the runner's off and running, and he's going to get in scoring position here, folks. Called strike 1. But now you got a runner down at second and nobody out for Frank Chance. Here's the full count to Frank. That ball's hit down the short. They'll look to runner back to second, fire over the first for out number 1. And here comes Zimmerman. He's 1 for 2 today. Can Heine do something here with a runner in scoring position on the 0-1 count? He pops it up. It's going into foul territory. And Thomas makes the catch for out number 2. So the leadoff single in the stolen base still down at second. And it's up to Harry Steinfeld to do something here with 2 outs. He's 0 for 2 in the game, 0 for 7 in the series. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that's a check swing, strike 3. That ends the inning. Cubbies strand the runner at second. We go to the 6th. It's still 4-0 Chicago. You got Lord, Collins, and Baker due up here as Aaron Reed joins us. And Lord is having a hell of a game. He's 2 for 2 today with 2 doubles, I believe. Here's the full count to Lord. And he drives this ball into center field. And that'll be the first time they get Lord out. 1 up and 1 down. Brings up Eddie Collins now. Collins 0 for 2 in the game. Another full count. And Collins looks at ball number 4. Cubbies need base runners down by 4. Frank home run Baker's 1 for 2 today. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and they got the runner picked off, folks. And they got him in a pickle. Here's the rundown. And they tag him out at second. Take a look at that again in the slow and replay here. 1, 3, 6, 3, 6. Put out there. So now there's 2 down, nobody on for Baker. And here's the 2-2 count to Frank. And of course, he's probably going to get a base hit. Nope, that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Might have been a double play ball. And that ends the inning. We go to the 7th. 4-0 Chicago. Tinker, Kling, and Brown, the big boys that drove in all the runs. Tinker 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI triple. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Joe. And that ball is hit in the left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Joe Tinker's having a nice game here. Second time on. And this brings up Johnny Kling, who hit that 2-run homer after Johnny Tinker hit the 2-run triple. Here's the first pitch to Kling, and Tinker's off and running. He's going to be in there with his first stolen base of the series. So now a runner in scoring position and nobody out for Johnny Kling. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Kling, and that ball is hit in the right field. See if the runner will tag and move over to third. He's going to stay put at second. A single price scores Tinker. No use trying to get thrown out at third. That brings up Mordecai Brown. Can he drive in a run? He's 0 for 2 today. We don't need no stinking DH. And Tinker's off to the races, headed for third. And he's a brown-eyed, handsome man. And he's got another stolen base, folks. So now he's 90 feet away, and I'm surprised the A's aren't bringing the infield in. Already down by 4. Mordecai Brown at the plate. Here's the pitch to Brown. That's going to be a ground ball down the second. That'll get the run in. And it's now 5-0 Chicago. Back to the top of the order now. 2 outs. Nobody on for Jimmy Sheckard is 1 for 3 today. Here's the pitch to Jimmy. That ball is going to be hit into the left center. And Schultz has got it for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 goes the. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 don't go to Cubbies. Cubbies scored 1, makes it 5-0. Davis, Murphy, and Barry up now. Harry Davis 0 for 2 against Mordecai Brown. Mordecai Brown 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts through 6 with a 5-0 lead. And here's the pitch, and that's going to be hit in the center field, and that should be out number 1. Huffman makes the catch. And that'll bring up Mr. Murphy. And Danny Boy is 1 for 2 today. Here's the 3-1 pitch to him. That ball is hit in the center field. That should be out number 2. No, it gets over his head. He misplayed that one, folks. How far is he going to travel? Stopping at second. I'm surprised he stopped at second. Murphy with a double here. Take a look at that. So that ball looked like Sully kind of misplayed it, got over his head. Looked like he had it for a while there. Looks like he took a bad route to that ball. That brings up Jack Barry. He's 0 for 2. Cubbies need to score here and start chipping away with this 5-0 lead. Here's the pitch to Barry, and that's a swing and a miss. Brown's gotten some big strikeouts in that game. It's his 6th one. So most of them's come with runners in scoring position in key situations. That brings up Ira Thomas. He's 0 for 2 and 0 for 7 in the series. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Thomas. That ball's going to be hit in the center field, and that should get the A's on the scoreboard. That should make it a 5-1 ball game. And a runner down at first, and we got a pitch hitter here for Mr. Combs, and it's Topsy Hartzell's coming off the bench. He's 0 for 2. See if Topsy can do something with Thomas down at second. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Topsy, and that ball's popped up a mile high, and Kling makes the catch for out number 3. The A's do get on the board. Makes it a 5-1 ball game as we go to the top of the 8th. And the new pitcher is Cy Morgan, his first appearance in this World Series. And he'll be facing Schultz, Huffman, and Chance. And Schultz is 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch to Frank. And he takes strike number 3, swings and misses. 1 up and 1 down for Morgan. Here comes Sully. And Huffman's 0 for 2 today. Does have 2 RBIs in that first game. That's going to be a slow roller back to Morgan over the first. 2 quick outs. And here comes Frank Chance. He's 1 for 2 today. Can Frank keep this inning alive for the Cubbies? And here's the windup and the pitch. And that ball's going to be lifted in the center field. And nice dive and stop out there by Amos. And let's take a look at that one to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes to Cubbies. That robbed a double. Amos with a nice diving catch. And it remains 5-1. And Weaver comes out to pitch. He pitched 2/3 of an inning in game 1, gave up a hit and struck out 1. He'll be facing the top of the order, Amos, Lord, and Collins. Amos looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3 today and 0 for 8 in the series. Here's the first pitch to Amos. He's wasting no time, drives that ball up the middle, and it's fielded by Zimmerman over the Chance for out number 1. That leaves it up to Lord. Lord's having a good game. He's 2 for 3 with a double in this game. See if Lord can get on base again here. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. Lord being the only A's here that's really being productive in this game. That brings up Eddie Collins. Eddie Collins is struggling in this game and series. 0 for 2, only batting a buck 25, 1 for 8. Can he start getting hot here and get these A's back in the ball game? Here's the 1-1 pitch to Collins. That ball is hit in the center field, and that should be out number 2. 2 down now with a runner still out at first. And Lord, it brings up Frank home run Baker. Baker's 1 for 3 today. Can he deliver a 2-out base hit? Here's the full count to Baker. He looks at ball number 4, and that'll have Lord down at second. Baker at first for Harry Davis. Davis is 0 for 3. Can Davis drive in a run here with Lord in scoring position, 2 outs? The 2-2 pitch to Davis, and he swings and misses, and that'll end the inning. Ace ran 2. They needed to score in that inning. We get to the top of the 9th. It's a 5-1 ball game. Zimmerman, Steinfeld, and Tinker due up against Morgan. And Heine is 1 for 3. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Heine Zimmerman. And he takes 4 straight balls. Walks on down to first. Not what you want if you're an A's fan. You got to keep it at a 5-1 ball game. Steinfeld's up 0 for 3 and 0 for 8 in the series. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Steinfeld. That ball is hit in the right field. That should be out number 1. 1 up, 1 down. Murphy makes the catch. Here's Joe Tinker having a great game. He's 2 for 3 with a 2 RBI triple. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Tinker. And the runner's off and running. They're not being conservative here. The Cubbies aren't. They get a runner in scoring position now with 1 out for Joe Tinker. And here's the 2-1 pitch to Tinker. That's going to be hit down the short. The runner's going to be safe at third. Don't understand that play. I thought you would have went for the shore out at first. So now you got runners on first and third. Johnny Kling up. Kling's homered in this game. Run shot. And they're going to play back for the double play. And the runner's off and running. That gets rid of the double play chance. I would assume that has to force the A's to bring the infield in, but they're not. They're playing back to give up the run, down by 4 here in the 9th. Every run is critical. Here is the 2-2 pitch to Kling. They need a strikeout in the worst way, and that's not it. It's a ground ball down the short. A run will score. That's 2 outs. So how big was it going over to third, not getting an out, and playing the infield back? Makes it a 5-run ball game. Johnny Evers comes off the bench to pitch hit. His first appearance in this World Series. Tinker down at third, 2 outs. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Johnny. And that ball is in the dirt. Nobody's going nowhere for ball number 2. And here's the full count to Johnny. And he looks at ball number 4. Morgan now has runners at first and third and 2 outs. We go back to the top of the order and Jimmy Sheckard. Sheckard is 1 for 4. And he's batting 200 in the series. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Sheckard. And he looks at strike number 3. And that'll end the inning. But the Cubbies get an important insurance run. Makes this a 5-run ball game. You got Murphy, Barry, and Thomas. This is McIntyre's first appearance in this World Series. Murphy's having a good game. He's 2 for 3 today. Can Danny keep it up? A's need base runners. Full count on Murphy. And he swings and misses for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here. Jack Barry's up. He's 0 for 3 in the game, 0 for 7 in the series. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Barry. And that ball is going to be hit in the right field. And that'll be 2 up and 2 down. The A's are down to their last out. and could get swept here in Philadelphia. The Cubbies could go home to Chicago with a 2-0 lead in this World Series. It's all up to Thomas to keep this game going. He is 1 for 3 with the lone RBI in the bottom of the 7th. And here's the full count to Thomas. And he looks at ball number 4. Not what you want if you're a Cubby fan. Make them earn their way on. We'll have a pitch hitter here, and it's Rube Oldring. He is 0 for 1. Thomas down at first, 2 outs. A's down to the last out. Oldring hits this ball in the center field. He keeps this game alive. The runner's going to stop at second. We got first and 2 outs back to the top of the order. And poor Amos is struggling big time. He needs to bust out of this 0 for 4 slump today and 0 for 9 in the series. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Amos. And that ball is going to right field. That's a nice base hit. And the A's trying to come back here with 2 outs. The bases are juiced. Everywhere you look, there's an A. Thomas at third, Oldring at second, and Schruck at first. And Lord, this is not who you want up if you're a Cubbies fan. And how big was that run in the 9th? The tying run is not at the plate because of that run. And Lord is 3 for 4 today, batting .600 in this series. Here's the full count to Lord. And he swings and misses, and the A's typical day this was, leave the bases juiced. Nice pitching job, the Cubbies. Take a look here at the box score. The Cubbies go up 2 games to none. Cubbies 6 runs on 6 hits and no errors. A's and Tinker going 2 for 2 with a 2-run triple. Johnny Kling 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer and another RBI. So those 2 men did the damage, folks. Tinker and Kling single-handedly beating these A's. And for the Phillies, you had Lord, who was 3 for 5, but struck out at the worst time he possibly could with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th. Also, Danny Murphy with a nice game for the A's. He was 2 for 4. You had Chance with caught stealing Huffman, Zimmerman, and Tinker with stolen bases. Eddie Collins got caught off. The Cubbies only left 4 men on base, and the poor A's had their chances, folks. 10 runners left on base, could not deliver. That's what bit them in the butt, that's for sure. Mordecai Brown, 6 hits, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 6. Weaver comes in, pitches 1 inning, gives up 1 hit, walked 1, struck out 1. And McIntyre comes in, pitches an inning, gives up 2 hits, walked 1, but he got that all-important second strikeout with the bases loaded. Jack Combs gives up those 2 bad pitches, the triple and the homer, loses this one. He goes 7 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, walked 2, struck out 8, and gave up the 1 homer to Johnny Kling. And we got to do one thing here after we leave the game. Go here to the A's pitching. And because Jack's going to come back and pitch game number 3. So change this to Jack for game number 3. We'll take a look at the pitching matchup here. For game number 3, you're going to have Jack Combs coming right back for the A's. He'll have a day's rest, and he'll be facing Ed Rubuck for the Cubbies in game number 3 in Chicago. The A's get swept in Philadelphia. I want to thank Aaron Reed and Ken Castro for joining us here today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of Philadelphia, headed to Chicago, hit that like button and leave some comments. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.